Hi everyone, just before we jump in, some announcement. So you received our email regarding where we are, where we go. As you understand now, we are at the last line, the last line to go to the final jury on the 22nd of February. So you save the date for the 22nd. You can join online or physically. It will be at the UNISA. You can have your guest also. We shared in the same email you received 2 days ago in the morning. You received a link to invite your guest physically. They can be VIP, public. There are two lists. So it's a Google file. If you want, you can share your WhatsApp because now all the coaches will be at your disposal to help you, to support you, to make you ready for the 22nd. So if you want, it's not an obligation, that you can share your WhatsApp directly to me on the chat or by email. So we can create a WhatsApp group for your teammate to join the coaches and the Blue Ocean team, so we can have a real-time support to you. Do we have other announcement to that to add to this list? Okay, thank you, Ntobeko. Yeah. Thank you, Tomeko. Okay, we'll create a WhatsApp group and you can add your teammate to the group. So here, for now, what we have here, it's what we have, this list we have for the groups. Down, it means we have already a WhatsApp group. So, for instance, Ntobeko, you are the group from DOT. Yeah, thank you, Nkamogeleng. Okay, I have your number. So, Nkamogeleng, it's a bicycle, eco bicycle. Ntobeko, which group are you, please? It's from DUT, I know, but is it fashion clothes manufacturing, DUT Nobis, or which one? Ntobeko? Are you here, Ntobeko?
I'm in agri with you. Yes, yes.
Sorry, yeah. Which group are you?
Yes, I said
we cannot hear.
In agriculture. I have
agriculture. Okay, you can write the name of your group on the chat. Yeah, so we can know which group it is in the platform on Igesia. Okay, so and we don't have for now. I think Bami. Bami, if you want to have a WhatsApp group with the coaches for your group, please share your WhatsApp number. EdTech we have, Text Innovation Energy we have, and then also for Lyonda and Vini, or Project Topi, I think it's the name, in the education, if we don't have also your WhatsApp. Agriculture we have, Eco Bicycle, WIBC Green City we don't have also. If you want, you can share your WhatsApp. And I don't know Hydrodrip, if you are still working on your project. Hi, Sami. So, Sami, Caroline, hi, Diva. Caroline, Sami, Diva. In which group are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chimlongo.
Okay, Chumolo, you are an entrepreneur or coach?
Entrepreneur, yes.
Entrepreneur. So, in which project? It's the Chumolong. There are a lot of projects from Chumolong. Yeah.
So we in water management.
Okay. And the name of the group is on the platform, you know? The name of your group on the platform? No? Okay, we'll have a look on it during the workshop. Okay, okay, and we have also, yeah. Okay, and Caroline also, you know, maybe okay, we'll see maybe for Caroline and for Caroline and for and for Sami.
Sorry, Alvin.
Yeah.
I think maybe Semi has internet issues, but I see hydro drip there.
Hydro drip. Yes,
Yeah.
it's hydro drip. Yeah, exact. Okay, exact.
And Diva is
and
in
Diva?
DUT in obese.
DUT in obese. Okay.
Yes.
If you and if you can, if you want to share your WhatsApp group, your WhatsApp number, so we can have a group for direct support from the coaches. There is no obligation, but if you want it, okay. So Diva and DUT. Yeah, it's here. Okay. And Caroline, Caroline from you are from UNISA Agriculture. Okay, and maybe Caroline, you can join if you're interested by the project from Itumeleng. Is working in the agriculture industry, so maybe you can join Itumeleng. I'll let you maybe interact together on the chat or on WhatsApp. So, okay, it's a proposal because Itumeleng is on the same field. It's from Chimolong, but it's not a problem. Okay, he said it's okay. Okay, great. Do we have all the participants here with the group? Vinny, Vinny, you can, yeah, if you are on the project Topi, right, with Luyanda, am I right?
Yes, correct.
Yes, okay. If you want to have the support from the coach, you can share your with me your WhatsApp number. So we will create a WhatsApp group for you and the coaches to support you in real time. If you're okay.
Yes, sure. Let me share the number.
Okay, great. Okay, I see Tabang. You are with and Kamogeleng on EcoBicycle. Bami, and Bami, if you want to share also your WhatsApp number on the chat, to have this group. So let us know.
Anything like
that. Okay. Did we check with each of you? It's okay. Each of you as a group. I see. Hi, Basanda. Basanda, can you remember us?
To listen to Alban.
Can I remember? Yes, I still remember.
Yeah. So you are from UNISA, right? You're a coach from the UNISA, if I'm right.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. Okay. So normally each of you has this group. Okay.
The evil genius laughter.
We'll add to this group, we'll add all the coaches from your organization. Just by safety. Okay. And Basanda, don't know if Basanda, you are in the coach group, in the WhatsApp coach group?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
I'm
Okay. Okay, perfect. Great. Okay, so let's start now.
1 minute.
Okay, so our agenda today. It's first we'll share some of your ID selection. I know some of the group have already selected the top 5 or top 3 IDs they want to develop. Remind where we are, reminders about the methodology, and then we'll have the strategy workshop from 11 to 4, and we'll all join back here at 4 for a session, 1 hour session to share where you are. So most of the day will be dedicated to support you in your construction of your strategy construction. So first, let's start with maybe few, maybe 20 minutes to just have some feedback from your ideation result, ideation and selection, ID selection also. I know it to Meleng, you had made your PMS map and you made some selection of IDs. Yeah. Do you want to share with us?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, it's interesting, to see your PMS map and the IDs you have selected.
Oh, sure. But, let me just pull it up. So, just to remind everyone else, so the idea and the project was in the agricultural sector and creating sort of the biopesticide, biofertilizer field with the idea of creating sort of a service-oriented business or that is supplemented with some product. So through the exploration phase, I did interviews, and through the ideation phase, I don't know if Alban can share. Maybe I can share my.
Yes, I can, as you want. You want me to share your project?
Yes. And then I can just show the PMS map. So during the ideation phase, I ended up with over 32 ideas that were related to the business and how we thought those were addressing the 4 key concerns that we received from the from the interviews. In this order of priority, I think those were the first one was that a lot of the non-customers felt that they wanted something that was easy for them to use, and they emphasized simplicity across all sectors, either they were in farming exactly, or they were distributors, or even municipalities as well. And the second thing was this idea of the concerns about production, of time and money, how long it would cost, how much it would cost to produce the pesticides or the product, and also the convenience of getting it, And the third thing was the risk. Obviously, switching from conventional agricultural practice to more sustainable practices comes with the risk that they might not get as much yield as they were previously used to. So that was a risk that they concerned. So with that, I used these 4 key concerns to go through the
Intermingling, sorry for interrupting. You have your
Yeah.
microphone, I think, stretching something your shirt or something. The
Oh,
microphone is doing some noise. I don't know.
is it funny? Okay, sorry. I was moving. Is it better now?
Yeah, maybe. Okay, that's okay. Sorry.
So using those 4 key concerns and needs from the non-customers, I started the ideation process, going through the 6 paths, using each of those needs to come up with an idea for each of the identified 6 paths. And with that, I ended up with over 33 ideas. The last one was something that came from a conversation that I'd had with Monique from the city of Johannesburg. But overall, the 4 more main ideas that I came up with were that, so it ranged from developing agricultural products to integrating of technologies, because one of the things that became apparent through the interviews was that to facilitate the ease of and the simplicity is to sort of have to create a platform where the internet is used, Internet of Things, as is a buzzword now. So to sort of incorporate that into it. So a lot of it involves like smart agriculture technologies and developing new products. So with that, my top 4 ideas, maybe I can share
Yes.
my PMS map. Okay.
I'm at okay for joining us. I'm at okay to join us.
Hi, Alvan. Thank you.
Hi.
I don't usually use PowerPoint, so I don't know what to do here.
It's good. It's good. We can see.
Okay, we can see it. Okay, good. So, so of those 33 ideas, using the PMS map, I sort of grouped them in order of the market potential. The yellow being it has great market potential, to blue being the lowest, and time to market and implementation, and also going through whether it was a settler or migrator idea. So from that, it became apparent that a lot of the ideas that I'd had, a lot of them fell in the settlers and migrators columns, and ones that were quite ready for market, like 21, 29, which was the idea of creating a network in which farmers, smallholder farmers, so the target non-customer would be smallholder farmers, not large industrial farmers. So in this idea number 29 would be creating a sort of a network where, like a co-op space where these farmers would then sort of share resources and knowledge, but that is managed by the company, and we then facilitate providing the service. So it became apparent that there were some really good ideas that were quite ready for market. I think they were quite ready for market and quite pioneer. 29, so these were the ones. Idea number 33, which is the one that I liked as well, because one of the things that happened was that I realized, going through previous talks from the other winners from the competition and other entrepreneurs, it became quite apparent, especially those that were involved in the agriculture space, that the idea of, solving the climate problem and the environment problem involves the development of some product. So not just only becoming a service-oriented business, but also developing a product. So idea number 33 was this idea of developing a product alongside with the biopesticides that would also be developed, which was 33, 34. So this, in practicality, would take much more time. That's where they were put in the long-term column compared to 7, 10, 9. Whereas 7, 10, 9, 17, and 20 were ideas that were related to improving and creating new service opportunities that did not exist in the industry. whereas 29 and 33 and 4 were more product related.
And so, some tips we have shared with you, Itumeleng, in the discussions. It's usually the IDs, the first version of the IDs you add, like Itumeleng here, even the IDs he has put on the top of the matrix of the map. They are not so they are not yet blue ocean IDs really. But if you try to join them, to merge them, and you think, okay, but with this focalization on the key needs, it will help you to make a selection because you will focalize only on the key needs you have identified. And also merging them, it will make these IDs bigger, more robust, more resistant, and also more blue ocean. So, and that's what we try to do together with Itumeleng on the WhatsApp group. So it's the best way, I think. You want maybe to present this result of IDs? Or?
To present what?
The result from this process of merger we tried to do.
So, so the idea was that then some of the ideas would then merge. So this map would then change drastically. I think a lot of the ideas that were up here then would sort of merge into one or two. Those
so what would be the result in your what do you guess in terms of new ID after this merger?
I think so. From our conversation in the WhatsApp group and what I sort of recall from the non-customer, I think the measure would be there would be sort of two main dominating ideas. One is the idea of sort of this shared space, which can then result in additional services of ideas 7, 10, and 17 can be merged into one. So whether it's continuous biomonitoring or education or all of these things, those could be merged into one single idea and one service that can be provided. So as a solid idea. And then the other idea, I think that's the one that we've been talking about, was the idea of maybe there is an opportunity within the agricultural sector to create an energy market and to incorporate that. And hello?
I just share your list of ideas because for the participants.
So some of the ideas, one of the ideas I think was this idea number 32, to create a mobile on-site energy production service that could be a product that would then use the byproducts from the farming practices, which is something I think it could be merged with this. One of the ideas I think I held about this idea of a circular economy. So I'm still formulating the idea clearly in my head, and maybe that's something that I will discuss in the workshop. But I think it's one of those two things. It's the idea of the shared co-op space, because from all the interviews that I've conducted, that was one of the things that that became very apparent that they needed that. And I think that's something that will, because if I'm targeting in this instance small scale farmers and we're trying to grow it from that perspective, I think that would make more sense. And the last idea was this idea of creating the product, which would be a sort of a biomonitoring tool that farmers would then, I think it was one of the last ideas, that the farmers would then
Which
just
number?
use.
Well, okay.
It's the last one, I think 33.
Last one, 33, yeah. This one. Soil meter and tech application.
Yeah. Soil meter, yeah. So that would be, the idea then would be a product in which, so instead of the farmers spending time in the field to monitor the field, it could be probes that could be created and that they could be left out in the field, and they could be collected once a week, once a month, and then that data could then just be streamed online into a central neural network that we would then manage, and then that will then give us real-time data on the performance of the soil parameters and the soil condition and soil nutrient status that will then feed back into how we advise the farmer on what is the next step and how best to manage their land and their farm. So that's sort of the three main ideas that I'm going to work on today to sort of put them into much more clear.
Okay, great. And also to complete the process for the participants, so you see Itumelang has used this ideation process, and then he used a PMS map to make to have a top 5, top 10 ideas, and then merging them. He had maybe a top 3, top 5, and then with this top 3, top 5, the next step, what we will do today, it's the construction of your strategy with the Blue Ocean matrix. You have this part of the platform. You will doing that when you build this Blue Ocean matrix. It will make you even more focalizing and even more ready and clear about your strategy. And of course, if you feel you need to try to test several strategies, you can add as many projects as you want here on the app. You create a new project on the platform, and you can play with a matrix here and create several metrics if you need. And you see you have this update details here to make the matrix. And we will share how to use this matrix, but in details. But you have already received this morning at 8 the template. If you want to buy this to build this matrix directly on the PowerPoint, it's possible. We have shared the template to do that. Okay. So thanks a lot, Itumelang. Do we have other reactions on this? Some questions or reactions from the group, from the coaches or the entrepreneurs? And also, George and Jason, you want to complete, to react on Itumelang's sharing?
I haven't seen enough to react at this point, so I'm going to go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
If that's the idea.
Well, he has progressed since our last conversation, so that's good. And then during the sessions today, we can come by and go in a little bit deeper if necessary. But you have progressed since that last session we had together, whenever that was. So that's good.
Some questions or reactions from the group? It's okay. All is clear. So, okay. So let's continue. Where we are exactly in the process. We are here. You see, it's the end soon coming. We'll have 3-day session dedicated to your strategic creation or construction. We'll use today the Blue Ocean matrix, and also we will try to start today the usage scenario. Next time, it will be on the 7th and on the 8th of February. We will have 2-day session dedicated to your investor pitch, slideware, pitch deck to be prepared. And then you will try this pitch deck on the 17th of February in front of a professional investor, Stefan in the team, to be ready for the 22nd. Okay, so now it will be very fast, and we are close to the to the conclusion. As we shared in the email we sent 2 days ago, on the 22nd, it will be a jury with yes, several members, like people you had in during the discussions we had on during the ideation, you know, like some investors, some and also the city representatives. They will be the stakeholders, the president of the jury. They will be the deciders, and they will decide which projects they want to have in their city for experimentation. So if you are selected, you will have the support of the cities to experiment. You will be able to experiment. You will have the support from Veolia for prototyping with their engineers. Remember Chad, Stephen, Hendrik. You will have also support from a development company, from senior developers. And you will be automatically a finalist of the Blue Ocean Awards. It will bring you a very high level of visibility internationally with all this communication we have, with also the ability to present to all the international jury members we have in this event, with a lot of international investors, and also to be part of the second South African Blue Ocean Awards taking place in the French embassy. So it would be like a boost. Here it's to boost the best project. So today you will start to build, to develop your strategy. Before this, it's exactly what Itumeleng shared with us. You need to have your list of ideas and a full list, maximum of ideas listed, and to select. You don't have to use, it's not an obligation to use the PMS map, but it's, as you see with Itumeleng, it can be very useful. With this selection, it's important to have a selection process with your team. It's a sharing session with your team. And then you will get from that your top 5 ideas. And these top 5 ideas, you give them detail in the platform. You see, like Itumeleng did. I will show with you. Like you see here, when you show more details, it's this kind of details: non-customers addressed, what is eliminated, what is created. There is a name and the value proposition. Okay, you can edit here directly, and give the details to your ID. Okay.
Sorry, Alban, so for the new, for example, in my case, if I have like 3 new ideas, do I still add them to the platform? So it will be 34.
To the list, yeah, I think it can be easier for you, but you can directly jump in the matrix if you think you are comfortable with that, as you want. But okay. I think it's good to have all your list of ideas. Each time you have an idea, you list it, and then you can come back to your list, because you see, it will be always, when you build the matrix, you will come back to the ideas to check, to take some pieces of ideas you already had. It can be like, it's a mix of that. Okay, so then you have your top 5 ideas detailed on the platform, and you are ready for this Blue Ocean matrix construction. Mbuzo asked question about, do ideas have to belong to the same sector industry? Yes, normally it's your industry you have selected here from the beginning, but this industry perimeter you have defined, it's your starting point. It's where you have you had exploration, interviews, and everything, and all your reflection. But if you have ideas from other industries, And as we said, most of the time, when it's a Blue Ocean ID, it's not exactly in the industry you were starting from. It's mostly on the frontiers, the border of the several industries. So maybe it's normal. If it's a totally different industry and if it's a good idea, of course you can continue this idea. A good idea means it will be simple and very differentiate, very new compared to the competition. You will check that on the Canva, strategic Canva. So that's all. But if it's another industry, another starting point, you will have to check that it's very differentiate, very new, and it's very eliminate, reduce, create. So, but using the Blue Ocean matrix, you do this check. This check is an obligation when you build the Blue Ocean matrix, because the first thing you do is to ask yourself, what do I eliminate, reduce, create, raise with this new offering? Okay. It's answer your question, Buzo. Okay, so some reminders. Well, you remember, of course, how you create this new market, this new industry. Yeah, okay, thank you, Buzo. So you have this understanding of the non-customer's experience on your industry. So it has inspired you to find these hidden key needs, and you have these ideas from that. You have focalized on these key needs. And the second principle is to simplify and diverge. It's all what you will do now on this construction of the Blue Ocean matrix. You will ask yourself, okay, compared to the standard offering on this industry, to the competitors, what do I eliminate? It's the most important. You need to simplify, to eliminate, compared to the standards, to the competitors, competition. What do I reduce? What do I raise? And what do I create? Create, it means it's new element of value you propose to the market, and they are unique. Only your offering proposes. So the result is here, this Blue Ocean matrix. It's a key deliverable. As we said, it's all the Blue Ocean Awards finalists, winners. They have presented this Blue Ocean matrix since 2014 to the jury. So in terms of process, just to give you an overview, we were here. We started with the visual awakening to identify what is the value currently proposed on your industry with your competitors. The exploration, you had interviews, you identified these hidden key needs from the non-customer of your industry. You had this ideation session last week to find new ideas, and you made a selection, and you have now these top 3 ideas, and you are ready to build your matrix and your new offering, your strategy. So this is what we will do ideally today, and can continue next time. This matrix, this usage scenario, and the strategic Canva to be. On the platform, you have the matrix here, Blue Ocean matrix, and you have here the to-be strategic Canva. To-be strategic Canva on the platform, when you build the matrix, it will build the strategic Canva, and then you will just need to complete it when your matrix is ready. Okay, it's automatic. So we can analyze industry, visual awakening, exploration. You remember these interviews, and the 6 paths description and exploration, ideation, using the utility map, to identify the key needs here, and the ideation, the focalization you made on these key needs, following the 6-pass framework. And here we are today. Blue ocean matrix, usage scenario, strategic Canva to be, and MVP description, minimum viable product. It will be next time. You will have to, in your pitch deck, you will prepare next time on the 7th and 8th of February. You will describe, okay, what would be my experimentation? What do I need from the city to experiment? Remember here, this Blue ocean matrix is used by the jury and by the jury of the Blue Ocean Award, and they find in this matrix all the criteria of a Blue Ocean strategy. These criteria, they are your offering, the offering you are building, that has to be focused on key moments. This focalization, it's very clear when you bring something new in the experience of the user, of the customer. It's clear when in terms of moment, and it's very clear in terms of utility. You, of course, reach non-customers. You are inspired by some of them. You target key issues and dreams from customers and non-customers, so it's very focused. It's only what is key. It's not, you don't try to do a very big thing covering all the needs. You just cover the most important, the key needs. You eliminate, and most of the time you eliminate standards of the industry. So your competitors, all your competitors propose the same feature, the same value. You realize it's not in the key needs, so you can delete it, you can eliminate it. You will be the only one to eliminate it. You are mass market. It's not it's not niche. You don't propose a niche offering. You propose a mass market offering. You don't target early adopters, or you just try to target all the industry, all the customers, and also to add the non-customer. You diverge, so you will check that with your to-be curves, your to-be strategic Canva, and you have unique elements. It means you are the only one to propose this element of value compared to the competition. So here I will show you a video. This video is exactly showing you what is a Blue Ocean offering. You will see it can be, you can feel maybe it's a little, change the rules, and maybe they try to be impactful. They try to, you will feel, you will tell us by yourself what you think from this video. I need to share the audio. Okay, let me know if it works.
What are your plans for 2050? I don't know if you know, but
okay, sorry.
What are your plans for 2050? I don't know if you know, but they say we'll all die. Not too hot? Let's change the plan. There are two opposing strategies, but both seem equally ineffective. Some want nothing to change, business as usual. Others say the great punishment has come. The end of the world is nigh. We're caught in between like... Let's turn the problem on its head. Did you know that business could avoid a climate cataclysm? Business, yes, not show business. Businesses. They shape the world we live in. If money decides everything, so let's play with economics, but with our own rules. We're out of time, so let's play the system at its own game. The ambition of Time for the Planet is to raise 1 billion euros to create 100 companies designed to fight global warming by detecting scientific innovations which solve the greenhouse gas problem. For example, build with new methods. Cement is responsible for 5% of CO2 emissions. Replace data centers with technologies which use 1,000 times less energy, and even capture carbon from factory chimneys. Turn them into companies thanks to successful entrepreneurs, and inject a lot of money so these businesses very quickly become global as we're out of time. The problem is, even with lots of money, you can go wrong. That's why there's a magic ingredient: open source. Time for the Planet will give its discoveries for free to the world, so thousands of other businesses can copy them. Time for the Planet is one of the world's biggest crowdfunding projects. What's missing then? Well, just you. There are thousands of us. Let's be millions. On Time for the Planet's website, become co-owner of an extraordinary project. Since nobody will save us, let's save ourselves. For that, we'll need strength, your strength. The greatest adventure in our history awaits you. So, share this video. Thank you.
So, so what do you
What
think?
are your plans?
What do you think from this? What do you think from this video? This is a try. Yeah, it's ambitious. It's
I'm
yeah, too
I
many.
don't know. I'm very confused.
Mhm.
I still don't know what the video is about. We
Okay,
just have
I'll
to
show you.
click because
I can show you.
no,
Plans for
the
2050.
message is not clear. So we just have to go. We just have to go to the website and click. That's the point.
Yeah, yeah. You see the website. No. The video. Maybe yeah. I should have tell you a little more about it. It's a fund. It's like a fund. They want to reach 1 billion, like they said, $1 billion, and it's a fund dedicated only for the planet. There is no profitability. It's you see here, and you can also share. You can also be a stakeholder, become a stakeholders at any amount. You can give €1, $1, and you will be a stakeholder of this fund. To save the planet. And they are doing well. They are very increasing. They were finalists of the Blue Ocean Awards last year, and they've already raised, I don't know, maybe 200 million euros. Yeah, maybe. So it's a very big thing. It's in the industry of the funding, green funding. This industry. And they totally change the rules of this industry doing that. You can see on their matrix, on the Blue Ocean matrix here, I understand maybe what they change. They totally eliminate, from this green investment industry. You have NGO, green funds, standard offerings in this industry. Yeah, they eliminate a lot of standards, like the ticket, the level of the ticket to be part of this. So there is no minimum to be part of this funding, of this fund. You can just give €1 and you are a stakeholder. They eliminate the dividends. You will not get any profitability, any dividends, any return of investment. Will have zero for you, but it will be all for the planet. And you will have the follow-up. You will be informed. You will know exactly what they do with your money in terms of new project. And this project, as they said, will be open source. So it's a new way to develop green businesses. And just you pay to create this profitable business for the planet, and to seed them, to deploy them, and to share with all other industries, businesses. make it profitable. And now this video is not referred to technology, it just referred to the process, how they will do this change, how they will have this impact on the planet. They say, okay, you give your money to us, you will have zero profitability for you. It's no capitalistic rules. You will have zero return on investment, but you will be sure that all this money is used to make the planet better, to be invested in profitable technologies, industries, and businesses to make the planet good. And all this investment, all these technologies or businesses will be open source, will be open and shared with everybody to make to deploy these green technologies we will support. And also, there is no culture of the secret. Most of the funds, it's very secret. You don't know what they are doing with you, or who is deciding. And they also raise the return rate for the planet, the interest for the planet, and also this dissemination of green solution, because they just they put money where the solution is good for the planet, and they do all to develop this solution and to make them open source, so accessible to anybody who want to use them in your business. So they create new businesses, but they will be green. It's what the part they create and managed by citizens, because you can be a stakeholder, as I said, for just €1. And as a stakeholder, as a shareholder, you have exactly the same right as the one who give 100 million euros. It's exactly the same. And each citizen, can take part. So you see here, they were inspired by non-customers in this industry of green investment, where large companies looking for more green investments. They were to be, and all the citizens are usually not really involved in funds, green funding, and anti-capitalist, all this NGO, this anti-capitalist organization, and also these citizens with few resources, they could not pay to be a shareholder in the fund, and also public authorities. Public authorities usually they don't invest in private funds, but here they could, because it's not capitalistic. So the value proposition is I invest to save the planet in this context of the global warming. So you see, it's to change the rules. It's all about to change the rules, and it's with a vision. It's not only bringing a solution and saying, okay, you will do this better or that. No, we change the rules. Before it was like this, and now with me, it's totally new way, different. We eliminate all these standards and we change the usual way, usual rules of your industry. Okay. In the template we shared this morning, we have shared other examples. We have already seen other examples of blue ocean matrix, like Pandabac, Microdon. No, Microdon, it's micro donation. They create this micro donation when you are at the shop, at your shop, you are proposed to give around your bill to the next unit. So you can make a micro donation every day, daily in your shopping. Pandabac, remember, they make a consulting of they totally change the rules in supporting this restaurant industry to eliminate. They totally eliminate the disposable packaging for the delivery. And they create this bespoke service integrated directly in the supply chain. And you remember also Sun Mobility, this swap of batteries for the fleet energy managers. Any fleets can be public or private fleets of electrical vehicle. So they eliminate all this fueling time, this range anxiety because of your geographical limit from the battery limits. Is eliminate also the upfront cost and because you don't own the battery anymore, so it reduces a lot the cost of ownership. And they create this cost parity for the fleet management company because they separate battery from the vehicle, and they create this unlimited driving range. So you can, because you swap your battery with a new one, with a full one, you can. So you pay only for the electricity, and you have no driving range limit. Okay. Some question about this. So you see the ingredients. It's to be sure that you eliminate something and you create something, new value. You eliminate some standards and you bring new elements, new value elements, and you have a vision. It's not just a solution. It's not a solution. It's a vision. You bring something new to the industry. It's very important to have a vision. Maybe George, Jason, you want to complete? Yeah.
Nothing to add on my side.
Okay, no questions? All good? So, second, after the metrics and after the to-be strategic environment, you will be able to, and it's the same process because doing that will help you a lot. It's the usage scenario. George, I see you appears. You're appearing. Oh. You want to react on this matrix? Yeah, on this. You are muted.
No, the matrix is a very simple way to get all your ideas onto one page. It's like a perfect pitch document, and it explains the entire Blue Ocean story from non-customers, from the non-customer to what you eliminate, reduce, raise, and create. And you estimate the market potential based on some estimates from the market by looking at what the market is. But it gives you a very good idea, and it gives the jury and the investors the potential of what could be if your product came to market. And it focalizes you from, away from the PMS map and the non-customer. It makes it concrete what your idea is in the Blue Ocean context.
Yeah, and connected to the question from Mbuzo. Mbuzo, the pitch, what would be the final pitch? Mostly it's this matrix. Because this matrix, you like George said, you share quite everything about your project in terms of what is your impact and what you create really, and the rules we are changing on your industry, which value you bring, inspired by which non-customers, with which market potential, and with which value proposition and identity. So it's all easier. It's exactly what you will share. So it's this, and also the usage scenario I will describe just right now. And next time on the 7th and 8th, we'll show you, okay, how to pick and choose in this matrix the elements to for an investor pitch, but if you want, you can present only the matrix and the usage scenario, and you will be ready. It will be on your choice. So here, Mbozo, it's examples we are sharing now, examples of what you will present. And usage scenario, the second part, it's very interesting and very relevant to have this usage scenario construction in the same time as you are thinking, you are building this Gaussian matrix, because they have impact on each of them. Usage scenario is when you take the perspective of the customer or the user with your offering, using your offering. Okay, what will be their experience exactly? What are they doing exactly? So here you see it can be a drawing. It can be a child drawing. Yeah, it's for a project dedicated with the children involved. Here, for instance, it's in the healthcare industry. You see step by step, you describe what will be the experience of the user, of the customer, using your offering, your Blue Ocean offering. So here, for instance, it's for drugs. It's a free diagnostic project in the healthcare industry. So first, I am with my mother. I go to my mother with my mother to the doctor. She has a visit with the doctor. I am proposed to have a free diagnosis. Then my arterial hypertension is measured and confirmed. So I am proposed to have an appointment with the doctor next time. I have this appointment. He deliver me a booklet and a prescription, and then I'm protected with this drug. Okay. Here you can also write it. It can be drawings, image, like here, but you can also write it here. Okay. So here, for instance, it's step by step. There is a question on the chat from Mbozo. Yeah, the final pitch, it will be very short. It's you will have 10 minutes in front of the jury and 10 minutes of question with the jury. It's very short. So you see, mostly the matrix and the usage scenario. And then questions from the jury. So do we have other questions here? About the pitch, we will be more on the pitch, more focalized on the pitch next time. Okay. Today we are focalized on your strategy construction. So this matrix and the usage scenario. Okay. Do we have some other questions also? And Mbozo, does it answer your question? Okay, so the workshop today, as we said, your starting point is this list, top 5 ideas you have detailed on the platform or on your notepad or on your mobile phone, but you are clear about your top 5 ideas, top 3 or maybe top 1. So first step, you will be on the platform. You will see on the platform it's automatically show you the platform. So here, I will show you here an example. So on the platform, you have here you see you click on update details, But here, the first line here, this industry and standard offering, it's automatically a copy. It's automatically copied from your industry perimeters and your competitors you have listed here, okay? So if you want to change this, you need to edit your industry perimeter and or this part with a list of service product offerings already competitors on your industry. Okay, so it's this part is automatic. Second part, the second step in the process for the matrix, it's a non-customer. You click here on update details and you go to non-customers here, non-customer reached by the offering. So, and you will say, okay, my ID or my IDs, they are inspired specifically by this or this non-customers to be anti-unexplored. Okay, this part here. Then the third step, you will play with this, these blue boxes. Here you see on the main part, you will have all the key elements you had listed in your ASIS strategic canvas. You see price, varying range, so on. But the idea, yeah, you can, make them move and go and add them where you want. Yeah. But the idea also, it's of course to find new ones, because when you describe your ID, your offering, you will of course find new ones, and maybe most of the previous ones you had in the strategic canvas ASIS are not relevant anymore. So you click here on this cross and you add your new key element. And new key elements can also say, okay, is it when it's reduced, so many it's low compared to the competition, and you click on this checkbox and it will be added. Okay. New key elements here on reduced, and you can also delete any other key elements. Okay. Okay, so the objective is to describe your offering, your project, using these key elements compared to the standard offering. So compared to these competitors you have listed at the beginning in your visual awakening, it's Total. In this example of the energy infrastructure for fleet of electrical vehicle with the Sun Mobility, Indian company. When we compare this offering to when you compare Sun Mobility to this standard offering, we have, as we said, eliminate the time to charge, the upfront cost, and we have created an unlimited driving range, for instance, cost parity. So this is the third step. And always think that you have to make, doing that, you build simple and impactful. So impactful in terms of with the vision for the people to change really the life of the people, of the customer, the users. And it's simple. So you eliminate a lot of things to simplify the life of people. And the fourth step is the market potential. So you access it again on the update details, and it's this part, market details. Yeah. So you will say, okay, which geography I'm targeting? Is it South Africa, worldwide, Africa? What is the current market size? Which market I'm creating, and which size it will have in 5 years? What will be my market share in 5 years, and what will be my revenues in 5 years? So to do that, so you have the template we shared with you this morning. And here you have, and also you can use this template directly on the PowerPoint if you want. And you have the question you need to ask with each step, at each step. So first step is the same process as on the platform. First step is the industry, the profile of non-customers, number 2. Number 3, it's what do I eliminate, reduce, raise, or create compared to this industry, to this standard offering. Fifth step is, sixth step, sorry, is here, what is my value proposition for my offering? So on the platform here, it's value proposition, it's here, okay. And tagline also. Tagline is a summary, it's a number 7 here. It's a summary of your offering. So it's a summary of your value proposition. Okay, so you can also on the platform add it here with your tagline, and you can upload a file with your image, of your. You can find this logo. You can find on Google Image. It's an illustration to make people understand what you are talking about with an image. It's more impactful. So 7th step, 8th step, it's a geographical coverage. So country, world, this or this country. Market size, it's okay, the current value. So you can find on internet some reports. What is the value of this industry today? This red ocean industry, what is the size in terms of euro or number of customers that you want? And created market is, okay, what do I bring more? So it's a value and identification of, it's a market sizing of these non-customers. Okay, how many non-customers do I bring? Can I bring back to this industry from my non-customer reached? In terms of euros, or it can be in euros or in dollars, sorry, or it can be in rand, of course, and it can be also in numbers, just the number of non-customer. And the number 9 step, it's here this market size. It's a market size and your objectives. So here it's okay on this. When I make the sum, okay, market size in 5 years will be the sum of red and blue. This number with this number, it will be your number of clients in 5 years. And your market share, it will be your objective. Okay, what do you take? Which percentage of this total do you take in terms of euro, of dollars, and revenues you have in 5 years? It will be this percentage multiplied by this market size. Okay, we'll support you in this population matrix construction during the workshop. That's why we have a long time workshop. Do you have some questions here about this matrix construction? It's what you will present to the jury, so it's important. And it's Bami, yeah?
Hi, Alvin.
Hi, Bami.
Hi. I was just wondering around the PMS map and the top 5 ideas. I think that's where I really need clarification. So let's say you come up with some ideas and then you reorder them, and then you list it on the PMS map, and then you see, there's dispersion of your ideas. How do we go about selecting the best idea? Because scientifically, I'm pretty sure there's a reason why you've given us the PMS map. It's not to dismiss the fact that, the ideas that we want to do as the top 5 might not be the best, or as it whatever is there.
This part. This
Okay,
part here.
okay.
It's the
okay.
pioneer and the shorter to develop.
Sure.
It's quite
Okay.
logical.
Okay, okay.
Red
So that's the one that we then move forward with. So if you only have one idea in that space, then
yeah.
Okay.
And you try to find a way to maybe to merge them if it's possible, or to select them based on your key needs. Which one here in this red square are the most connected and solving these key needs you have identified. Can also help.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Do we have other questions regarding this construction of the blue ocean matrix? All these slides, you have them in your mailbox this morning. You received them this morning. So first, you start here with non-customers you reach by your offering, and then this action, this 4 action map here. What do I reduce, eliminate, raise, or create with my offering? And then the market potential. Market potential will help you on this. It's not very difficult, just to identify the market sizing of the current industry and how many, which part of how many non-customers do you bring back. So, and then define your objectives in terms of market share for this total. And then revenues, it's quite simple. And logo, tagline, it's important also to find a very speaking image, very clear image to identify your project. So when you are clear, when you have made this blue ocean matrix, you can also use the PowerPoint if you want. You have on the platform, you are ready to finalize your 2B strategic canvas. So if you do this matrix, if you build this matrix on the platform, you will see it generate automatically the 2B strategic canvas. You will find your competitors you have selected before here, and you just need to complete and to compare your new offering. So you will add your new offering here, add your offering here. It will be here, product service, new offering. You can change the name, need to remove. And then you will have your previous competitors here, and you can define, okay, exactly my new offering, my 2B strategy, compared to the main competitors of my industry. That's the second step. And the third step, this is to build this usage scenario. So on the PowerPoint we have shared with you this morning, you can you need to find some image, or at least to write, at least to have the written version of your usage scenario, step by step. When the customer is using my offering, my blue ocean offering, what is the experience? Okay. And now, do we have some questions? Embuzo, question on the chat from Embuzo. Point 8 on the matrix. Point 8, market potential. Are the statistics global or country-wise? It's your decision, of course. Yeah. Here you decide your geographical coverage. Okay, what is your objective in terms of geography with your project? Is your project worldwide? If you propose, for instance, a mobile app, it's worldwide. You can propose it on an app shop, and it can be used by anybody in the world. But if it's only for South Africa or only for Africa, you say it here. It's country here. This part on the on the platform, it's here you define this here on the market details, you know, potential here. Say potential worldwide or Africa, or okay, it's your decision. So the figures will be, of course, based on that, on this geography you have decided. And your second question: how many use cases should be provided? It's not really use case. What do you mean by use case? You mean project or offerings, new offerings?
There is a slide which you just went through with a grid of
use case. Yes, use case. Yeah,
yes,
usage
yeah,
scenario.
How
So,
many of them should be?
No, it's one. It's one for your offering. It's you describe, or maybe two if you have if you are using prescribers or deciders. But most of the time, it's one. You describe the experience of your user, of your customer, using your offering. So, this customer, this user will discover your offering, he will use your offering, he will get benefits. What will be after this he use this offering? It's, you know, it's mostly connected also to this buyer user cycle. You see, you describe at each step what your user, your customer is doing, is experiencing with your Blue Ocean offering. Each step. It can be written, it can be drawn, it can be with images. Does it answer your question? Yeah, okay. It's very important to do that because, and you will show it to the final jury. It's very important because it makes you asking the good question, and you will see doing this description of step-by-step experience of your user using your offering. It will make you understand and change, certainly update your offering, so your matrix, and you will jump from the usage scenario to the matrix. You see, you will be always jumping to adapt. Okay. Do we have other questions? Feel free to open your microphone and ask your question, of course. No? Okay. A question from Caroline. Also, should we submit our strategic council? The objective is to have ideally today, at the end of today, we will have a sharing session at 4 p.m. So you can share your matrix, your usage scenario to the group and have feedback from the group. Ideally, if you have the first version of your matrix and your usage scenario and your to-be strategic Canva, it will be great. Normally, you know, Caroline, the jury is on the 22nd, on the 17th. As I said, we have the 17th. You can see here on the 17th, it's a pitch training. So you need to have your pitch deck ready for this training. That's the last limit, I would say. So, and on the 7th and on the 8th, we will introduce you maybe some complements you can add to your pitch deck. So, but we can continue on the 7th and on the 8th finalize your matrix and usage scenario. But ideally, if today you have a first draft of your matrix and your usage scenario, it would be great. But the limit is on the 17th to be ready to train you for the pitch. Okay, Caroline, it answer your question? Do you have other question? Embuzo, yeah. No, Embuzo, even Uber, you can have a very simple usage scenario, use case scenario. I need to be driven. I need to move from one point to another point. I take my phone. I see all the drivers around me. I select one. He said he can take me. He picked me up, and then I'm driven to the point I wanted, and it's automatically paid with my. This is a use case scenario. It's 5 steps, very simple. You don't need to go more in details. Of course, as I said, it can be it can be some prescribers, some community you are using, and you can also propose another use case scenario for this person. And for instance, here we could have another use case scenario for the driver. But the most important use case scenario, it's for the client, the person who is paying. Yeah, exactly, Tumeleng. It's your offering. It's not in general, it's your offering. Here we are all about the project you are now building, and it's the matrix describing your offering, your project. It's the strategic canvas comparing the blue curve, your offering, your project, compared to the competitors on your industry, and it's the use case scenario for your offering. What will be the experience of your customer, of your user? And BOCorners, yeah, usage scenario, it covers all the experience. So it's how they will discover, they will be informed of your offering. Like in the example, we have shared a lot of examples. It's here, for instance, for this offering of diagnostic in the healthcare, it's for the accompagnant, the people who are accompanying the lady here and the doctor. It's for instance, I'm accompanying my mother or my neighbor. So I discover this offering because I am just bringing someone to the doctor. This is the way I discover this offering, and then I use it, or I pay it, or it's exactly. You can review your buyer user cycle. Yeah, it's I've this or why I need it and how I've discovered it. Maybe in the comparison, maybe I was put in touch by someone, I receive an email, I don't know, and how I discover it, and then how I sign, I pay, how I use it, and after I use it, you can follow this and ask yourself, okay, when the customer, the user will use my offering, what would be the step you will be following? You just need to describe step by step. Okay. You have several examples in the template regarding that. This usage scenario, for instance, here you have a full usage scenario. See, I'm contacted by my association. I accept the invitation. It can be an email. It can be I see a display, I see an advertising, I see on the TV, on the YouTube, and then I use it. And then after the visit, I receive a follow-up, or I have some this or that. It's very important to you take the seat of your user, of your customer, to describe what is the experience from A to Z, from the moment he discover it, he's informed, and after he use it. All this experience. Do we have other questions? Okay, so we now split in groups.